That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Alrighty, folks. Good morning. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's indiecd.org. Your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. So look, if you are looking for the place to go to find one, to find the creatives, to support local, because friends, we're all going to need the support we can in the very near future. Consider going to indiecd.org and just poking around. This is a great chance to find your new favorite author, your new favorite artist, your new favorite, as well as, but not limited to, the stories and services that will let you make your dreams come true. We are also made possible by the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others. And of course, my most recent novel, Hates and Hellfire, a dark secret has claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. Well, friends, duckies, my loves. Oh, I left the Indie CD banner up. Well, you've gotten some extra promotion there, Joe. I know you don't mind. Now, my loves, it is hump day, and we are going to take advantage of whatever we can get. In a little bit, I will be firing up for the art stream and having myself a real good time. I have one floating prompt in two words over here I have to work with. I have some ideas tittering away, and I may have some shall we say, quasi-malicious compliance planned on a few other things. But right now, we got to talk into my accountability. Yesterday was an interesting day. I got stuff done. Between Monday and yesterday, throughout that little warp of time that I'll never get back, I did successfully record part 1 of unboxing the mod kit for my 4D blaster for Thursday's Nick Knows Nerf. Now, what you don't know is I got the mod completed. And I managed to get my overhead camera working, so it is on my cell. I have to get it on off my cell onto my box. I have to get it to run on my box while recording through StreamYard to make it semi-pretty with the high and powerful production values you've come to know and love from my programming. But that took a sizable amount of time, and it took some shenanigans that will be discussed in the third part of that particular series, wherein I got it together, it worked, and then it violently ceased to work. And I got to do emails and things. So then I got to fix it again. User error, as I suggested. So I will be filming all that as part of my review on the product that I used. And then I'll put all that in the Etsy review for them, because why not? People need to remember that I do review things, and hey, maybe they'll send me stuff. That is, one of the major goals. Beyond that, I have been watching the news and avoiding the more political side of things that may or may not have brought me great glee and the faintest of things called hope. Times 7. But we are facing the other shoe dropping on the tariffs. I've spent a lot of time warning folks that if you have funds you need to acquire certain key items. Amazon is releasing that they will be upping their prices. I'm not sure how that's going to affect authors, because really it shouldn't. Everything is done in America. That's one of the reasons why I like Amazon, is that they do have an American printer. They may be psychotic, villainous billionaires, but there are psychotic, villainous billionaires. And I mean, if I have to choose an evil overlord, I'd like to choose the one that at least pays me a little. A pittance, but I take what I can get. So that's coming down the pipe. I have a lot of art I want to get to today, and I'm kind of excited for it because the brain, it's starting to trickle and do things. The weather is also possibly going to stabilize, and as soon as it does, I can finish the projects to start banging on metal, which will bring me great joy and possibly profit. Let me check. And yes, we are now, because tomorrow is the 1st, 10 days away from my town's big item pickup day, which is among the most important holidays of my year, because I get to go free shopping with my pick-em-up truck and find useful things that my wife yells at me about as we get rid of things that are no longer useful. It's delightful. So that means that Friday night's going to be the start of the great and probably sooner. Beyond that, guys, this is going to be what we make of it. Now, you'll notice I am not wearing a Hawaiian shirt, and before you guys think I'm off-brand, there is a reason, and I will reveal. This is one of my old work shirts, but Dinosaurs didn't read, just saying, because I feel like being just a little bit spicy. Now, if saying I support libraries is political, well, then I'm being political right now on my own show, and you are welcome to gripe about it. However, you will at best be ignored, at worst blocked and removed from my life. Homie, don't play. See, the nice thing about being Zillennial is I have all the emotional education and growth of a millennial and all the completely without passion belief in Saint Fafo the Just that was born from my years on the X side of things. I still believe that consequences come after actions, and it's delightful. I may not be Karma's hand, but honey, I am totally okay clapping as she works. Okay? Now, wow, that was so spicy. Joe left the back room. Anyway, it is a delightful time because just think in the year 2525, no, at some point in the future, when historians are trying to write about what the heck has happened, and what they call the History Channel then has a whole like sub channel just to the 2020s. And what was that? You know, people will be debating. I lived through it as they play their assorted simulator games, but you know, the 2020, what is it, a zombie apocalypse? You know, yeah, I know it's only 5 years ago, but I don't care. I'm ready for a pandemic survivor of the game. Let's go. You know, can you sit in your room and comfortably pet your cat and look at all the people freak out while sipping tea? I know I can. Can you disassociate hard enough from humanity to retain some idea of your sanity? I know I can. But now we're in the spicy edition where the dabbling gardens that I worked on during the pandemic shall return with a vengeance. So I'm happy. I'm feeling glad. I've got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless. No, uh, I am really kind of jamming today because my books are popping along, singing a song at the bottom of the beautiful briny sea. The uh, the art thing is just glaring at me like, Nick, you could be drawing doing this dribble, which I could be. Tragically, today is Trelena's last day at the tea shop. Well, the water company, but there's enough tea to be spilled that everyone can enjoy. Which means she will not be able to lurk and run the comments for me. And I understand that, and I mourn that, but hopefully we'll get her back for a little while. That means you'll have to deal with my spotty internet responses. That being said, it has been a rather sleepless run, and it will be for probably another week for me, at least, because my beloved wife, dear, I know you're not watching this, but on the off chance you are, I love you, has found yet another Chinese period dramedy romance. And I'm sure that Thesis's ears have perked right up with whatever unpronounceable name he is going by this week, using special characters I cannot find on the dang keyboard on any given day, but we love him anyway. Every time I see the Lees, my brain goes, the glorious house of Lee. And I hear Lamika, and if you know, you know, and if you don't, that's okay. Go look up the Vampire Hunter D novels. I guess there's like 56 of them now. Oh, darn. And they're slowly being made into full cast audio dramas. Also, darn. But It's pretty good. Now, it's not A New Life Begins. A New Life Begins is the bar I set for the uh, ridiculous Chinese dramedies my wife inflicts upon me that I enjoy. Don't get me wrong, but it is one that I think Trey will like as well. Not that she needs more broadcasting suggestions from me, although she does. Not everything can be, here's another Crunchyroll anime isekai you need to watch. But this one is called, and I poop you not, Money is Coming. And ironically, it's an isekai. They cover, yes, it's a Chinese isekai. They cover it in the intralogue. A college student dies, and they barely discuss it. And she is born as the villainous type character in the last book she was reading, being a Chinese quasi-historical romance kind of thing. And her first thought is, oh no, I'm not dying. Because she was born with like the memories of everything that went wrong. So, her first thing is to leave the capital and seek money. And she's been lured back to the capital, and the main characters of the book keep trying to get into her, get her in a role. And she's like, no, F you, I trust no one, none of you, F you. Oh no, who's that? And if you watch or read any of these, the tropes are familiar and delightful, but they do have this lovely habit of it being all set up for the main character to do the perfect, like, what you would expect the main character to do, and her to just go, nope, and ding that way. And it has actually surprised me a couple times. So, I'll recommend it. You can find it on YouTube. There are several English dubs of it floating around. I think there's like 27 episodes, so it's not bad. They're short, so they're like 20-something, 22 minutes, and then if you cut out the opening and intro, you just skip. Watch it at least once because they're beautiful. But you skip those and just roll with it. You could bang out several episodes because they're around 15 minutes, It's like the TikTok of TV shows. But great fun. Free to watch on YouTube. You just have to suffer through the fact that YouTube has decided that every commercial needs a commercial to advertise the commercial. And I don't want to buy YouTube Red so they can shut right up. If they're not going to pay creators on YouTube, hi YouTube, you don't pay me, right? And you're going to bury our live streams under a live stream tab so no one ever comes to check them. Hi YouTube. I'm aware you're doing this. They should at least give us free YouTube Red for being creators and putting into YouTube. Is that too much to ask? If the ads aren't going to pay us, we shouldn't have to watch them. I know I am whistling in the wind, but I am an old white male in America. If there's one thing we know how to do, being old white male type people in America, it's shake our fists and yell at people, relatively impotently. And with that, I'm going to run an ad, and we're going to go do some silly art, because I feel silly. And I do have the comment, Bunny Oracle, with a question mark, which is typical of my notes. Imagine some poor person trying to pick up a game I run and going, what are these notes? Who wrote this? Do you have ADHD or something? No, buddy, I don't have ADD. I have AD triple D. Uh, the extra D is for deuce. Anyhow, let's run an ad for somebody who puts up with my shenanigans, and then we will be right back into it. Oh, oh, those are good comments at the end. Hi, Dave. I see you coming in at the end. And no, no, guys, hold on, hold on. There may be other things, but the latest comments were a crocheted Nerf gun, maybe a Nerf cozy. No, 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 my friends. Crocheted Nerf tactical gear, crocheted Nerf holsters, crocheted Nerf little pouches to hold the magazines and stuff, preferably in the most obnoxious colors possible. That way, when the police see somebody running around, oh, you are a goddess. I'm sorry, Trey just held up obnoxious colors possible. Yes, Bandolero. Yes. Oh, she's speaking my language. She's holding up. Oh, here. I yes. Yes, safety colors. Why do I like safety colors in my Nerf? Because I don't want to get shot with anything other than Nerf darts. Oh, well, I have a few months before the actual big Nerf game. Maybe we can talk something over. Anyhow, now, I'm going to get jumped over. I was supposed to do that during the commercial, but entire screen, there, and we are going to go here. No, we're not. We're going to go here. Mwaha! And here. Alrighty, and I'll get some music rolling, and we will art and have a good time. Let's see. And yep, since I don't know what's going on and I'm feeling highly energetic, we'll use Dan Hallfield's Highly Energetic Particles Boogie. Where are we? Okay, 24? Cool. That's a little loud for me. Let's pull it down. For you guys. I get the complaints. I see a 20, so that's probably about right. Because I'm rather nearsighted and all, my cursor is monstrously large. So occasionally I go to hover over things and my cursor blocks it a bit, so I have to double check. But that is okay. We'll knock out a couple comments and then I will hit the art. And first through the door, to my eternal delight, is The Adventures of Rock and Roll Art Goddess. Woohoo! I can't wait. I'll be back in the chat. Gotta go for the mo. My dear, my love. If somehow Stevie Nicks and Cyndi Lauper made sweet, sweet love to the entire cast and crew of Heart and was blessed by Bonnie Tyler, you would get the amazing Kat Rothmel. I love you, dear. I hope you are doing well. I haven't heard from you in a while. I also have to ponder, how big a hook would you need to crochet paracord? That big. Thank you. And second through the door is Trelita, who I was just looking at the window. Morning all. Hey, cat. And we got morning from Thesis and morning to Thesis. And Foxy is grumbling and groggly, but that's okay. I know how to knock groggly loose. And we've got chats, and stupid bladder woke me up at 5:15. Dog kept me up. I went to bed at 4:30, so let's go. And Donna's greeting everyone. Hey, Donna. And Carl's greeting everyone. And we are just knocking through the greetings. And accountability. Waiting for it to warm up there so I could paint on the porch. Maybe even mow later. Extra accountability. I'll have to wait for the next ad. I have something that's almost done because I had a revelation. And the revelation is that PLA takes spray paint really, really well if you use the 2X stuff. I'll show you what I mean a little later in the program, if somebody reminds me. I'm sorry, Witzman dude, not today. It's supposed to rain. Oh well. Accountability was yesterday. Pulled weeds at Thesis' parents' house. Yes, I have a whole bunch of stuff to do on there. Last day of the town tea department. Good news, went down to get my senior tax break and found they didn't list us as living in this house and has been overcharged for 20 years. Won't get that back? Excuse me, you should. If they overcharged you, you should be getting that back. But I mean, $500 to $1,000 a year off your taxes is nice, but you should be getting that back, sir. I'm sure the tax department would be very happy to speak to you if you underpaid. Sorry, I shan't get political. Hey, Donna, and we got greetings, and for aching Foxy, yes. Take the big teapot today. Dun, 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 dun. Very much so. Today is a day to rest after all that. Thesis, today is for Asper cream or salampas. I'm not sure what those are, so I do hope I didn't say something vulgar. I might icy hot. And Sarah is risen in zombie mode. Oh, God. I am so sorry for the joke that went through my mind, but necrophilia means never having to say you're sorry. Grr, arg. And what I love is I dropped that joke and Trey didn't even flinch, friends. Yeah, the grr, arg got there, but anyway. I'm between creative projects, trying to avoid another letter from the city of Danville for having a mousy yard. Where's the fun in that, Foxy? Hey, Sarah. And we love Sarah. We know that. Foxy, not sure the response yet, but sentiments is comment above mine. But that's my reaction to mornings. It happens. We got greens, because I know how much that stuff sucks getting on your hands and you smell it all day, no matter how you wash. And nitrile or rubber gloves. That's great advice. I will teach you a great secret. Actually, two. One, when you reach a certain age and have incurred a certain damage, the smell of Bengay icy hot Tiger Balm, the dollar store muscle rub, all of that, it brings you comfort. Kind of like the smell of WD-40 is one of my favorite perfumes out there. And the smell of 3-in-1 oil means something has gotten broken, but that's okay. And the smell of starter fluid makes me swear reflexively, because that means something hasn't been doing what it's supposed to, or a lot of lawn work. But the other thing is, there's a product if you have lasting nerve pain type stuff. Not just muscle pain junk, but the bad stuff. The name brand is Voltaren. Please talk to your doctor, as I am not a medical professional, but they do sell over-the-counter generic versions of that stuff, and it is delightful for those of us who have arthritis and nerve damage. And I have both! Hey, brother! And Dark Pope, and Mrs. and whoever else is there, Dirt Mood, Hi Anyone I Missed Too, and of course Nichols. Yes. 22 minutes to showtime. Did brain for a second. Turn down volume by half. Oh, look at you. Still trying to do morning exercises. And well, not too well. My last night's exercises and drills and things were absolutely abhorrent. You're in good company. Charcoal's reading. Play tonight. Charcoal purr. Maybe we need a Craves at Play commercial. I may or may not make it tonight. Depends on back. Understandable. I'm working on mushroom bags tonight. Interesting. Mushroom shake bags or bags for your mushrooms? The position to come. There's Conjuring of Dawn being done. Mushroom shake bags. I am going. Okay. Mushroom. I have. Trelena has no part in what people put in them after they purchase them from her. That being said, I will not read Latin. Things get spicy when I read variants of Latin, so I will not read Latin. If I'm reading Latin, either, if we are very fortunate, I am just solving problems. If not, I am in full Boondock Saints mode, and one of my somewhere between Boondock Saints and Peaky Blinders is in occurrence. Make no sudden movements and walk away. Anyway, random puzzle pieces that may or may not go to the current puzzle. That's my lifestyle. And Lego show this Saturday in Danville. Ooh. However, we'll see. Lots of new munchies for her to cap. And hey, Dawn. Yes, there was colorful summonings going on. You guys are silly, and you love it. Love you all for that. See? Arting show today, so Dave from Houston should be up soon. Breakfast is ready. I am good today. You really are. And everybody's happy to see Dave. Who shall I conquer? Yes, very soon. Robin Yoda and Nerf Wars with your cartoon characters. Love me some Nerf. Love me some cartoon. Why not? Go for it. Tosses the score for musicals. Morning Gang. Focus. Nope. Driving Nick crazy with the spells. We actually have house rules of no non-consensual spell casting on this property. Nick, turn your sound down. Don't forget to like and share, folks. I know you're subscribed. Thank you. And hello. And showtime. Dun, dun, dun. No. They said my name 3 times. Say his name and he shall appear. Feet inside the ride at all times. Botrix is here. Pitts puts on virtual reality glasses with the virtual sword fight with Nicholas. I would be all about that. Half volume, waiting to turn it up. Can you imagine the chaos of Nick using VR glasses in his office area? Yes. Virtual reality glasses for a virtual Nerf war. I would need one of those. I think they call it the Halo, which is you put on these super slick shoe things, and you have like a ring that suspends you, and then you can run at full speed, and it'd be on like Donkey Kong. Jumping up already. Sky rocket beyond the roof. LOL. I feel like Manic Monday. Anyone else? I love being with you guys. We love being with you as much as we can, sir. Good morning, folks. There will be an NBCD Creatives at Play. I gotta get back to working on stuff for the day job. See you all later. Bye, Joe. Bye, Joe. Morning, Joe. Got distracted. I'm back. Silly orange gal. Oh, thank goodness for this evening. Hopefully catch it 100%. And we got greetings. Then morning, midnight. Survived the stress tests. Failing off. Waiting on results. You just get a big thing that, it just sends to a link to a guy yelling, "You got stress!" Last day of Cat Munsies for Clan Wars, level 2 completed. Rock on with the productivity. Nicholas, I try. Oh man, with something in the other shoe dropping satellite thing about state of emergency by hack filtered out that came out straight to your page. Running live. Nope. Runs to NTF. Have to look into that later, but not like it would change what I'm doing right now. Free stuff day. Therefore, thank you guys, and I love being with you. Oh my. Yay to free stuffs. Haha. Can I cartoonize Nick? It is rarely done. And everything is political if you have a when you have a psychotic despot in charge. Luckily, the Canadian showed up and let he who shall not be named know what's up. And Twitch with the push notification. I usually do, Robin, my dear. Morning bunnies. Hey, Robin. Priestess are completely different things there, and I've almost caught up. Your comment is the only one I saw when I glanced up, laughing because it's true. Something Robin took longer. She's a powerful summoning. To brother about Stiffs as a reference when you get down this far. Yes. If Amanda has any suggestions for you to torture with, she can always absolutely reach out to me. Oh, she delights in finding them, but thank you. I'll pass that on. Grocery order showing up soon. Getting distracted by update text besides zombie mode. Yes, alright, Foxy, I'm slowing down, and I think I read that one, or the other one. No, the other one. But anyways, hey, Robin. Updated my Sims last night thinking that I could do a short box challenge stream, but the update took over 30 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. Bunny Bat Fam. Time lapse. Yes. Over here. We'll do that while I... Oh, wait, I can't do that till I do this. And I need to get off of that and back onto white YouTube thumbnail. And we're over there. And crocheted Nerf gun. Nerf cozy. Yes. Bandolero. All the pockets. Nerf shield with Zelda. Safety colors equal safety. This is the way. And, yo, bruh, let's play together and share tips. So you can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. And if by chance your friends don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. Anyhow, Granny Square pockets. I mean, I can make them huge. Yay, Art. Good morning. An amazing intro. Love you. Crocheted paracord. Yes. I don't see why you couldn't. We can nerf if we want to. We can shoot those darts around because your friends don't nerf. And if they don't nerf, well, they're no friends of mine. No, that just means they're going to catch around. Punk. I will convert you to nerf. Good morning. Definitely don't have a crochet hook ready to go for the paracord. Not me. Because they have retro-reflective bits on orange paracord. I have a little bit downstairs left over. It is delightful. And yes, I did say retro-reflective. Go ahead, take the picture. Ah! Paparazzi armor. There's Cat, Thesis. Nice. I hear paracord, wonder what did I do now? That's called Pavlovian training. And if I turn off the music and I turn on the turbine noise that I have, I'm sure I could improvise just a little bit of hypnosis for you because you are a good girl. You know that you are supposed to work within your limitations. You are a good girl. Anyway, giggles, and my brain did not jump to crochet knee pads for reasons. Anyhow, I try, Carl. Just top off the dome. Probably does better with some time. Cat, if you have further spine questions, please reach out. Tell them to take your fine out of overpayment. I'd love that. Have to do homework. Just loaded Baldur's Village and might be starting a new farm with that. Yes. Okay. So, in the case of Great Mind Thinking Alike, before I get into my artwork, sorry. If you like Baldur's Gate 3 and you like Stardew Valley, there is a mod to bring those two forces together, And our dear friend Robin will in the near future be using that. And I am delighted for that. Starts to doodle on Nick's tablet. Getting to it. Hold on. Tell them to figure out. Send in markers that smell like blueberries, strawberries. We have those. But Nick, semper ubi sub ubi. I missed markers. That's for this weekend. Okay, Don, we understand. Start to doodle. I got stressed too. We're not alone, Midnight. Hello, Midnight. Okay, cool. I'm going to go back to art now. And let's kick the tires and light the fires. Alrighty. Time lapse is engaged. I will be delaying in comment response while I am doing this. You have my apologies, but we got to get some stuff done. Oh, this is a tiny airbrush. I was doing shading. I'm kind of excited because I've been doing some studies into miniature painting and picking up some new techniques. And I really intend to mess with them on here. Now, there is a slight chance I may be able to do overhead view streams. I'm trying to figure out if I can make it work. It may be a case of I have to stream it and then try to watch on TV or something. I haven't quite figured out the whole shenanigans for it. But I am excited. Add a layer here. I'm thinking of playing with force perspective. I don't know. Let's find out. If I go here, 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 to here, and to here. I don't know if I can pull this off. We'll see. Let's just see if I can't bang out a neat force perspective. I don't like the head. I'm going to have to work on the head a bit. But there we are. Yeah, the head needs work. That's okay. No, I know Nick normally opens up with there we go. That's not bad. That's better. I didn't give enough neck. I normally open up with a landscape, but I kind of felt like just penciling in something a little different. The I've been knocked over category. And yes, Thesis does have a YouTube channel. So I'm just going to do this. Do this. Do I want to try to combine the streams? I don't know. We'll see. I'm also trying to work on playing with my proportions just a bit, because I tend to use very similar poses, which I'm using a very similar pose. I am just, without reference or anything, wrenching it from the, oops, you fell on your face and you're looking up. Hi, I'm dead again. No, let's see, do I want to do, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I feel like stretching a bit artistically. I hope you don't mind. Not that you can. Oh. Whew, you're getting stuff done though, Sarah. I'm proud of you. This has a very, and what have we learned kind of stance. We dig it. Oh, my nose itches. Sorry, guys. See, I need to get back to my my normal speed because I have the art program for the library coming up. There we go. There we go. This. There we are. That. Just banging out a nice old-fashioned Bunny Girl. If the comment that was floating around was Bunny Oracle. Oh, I'm glad. And this is very Trey coded. Well, I don't think I've ever thought of Trey as a Bunny Girl, though I can see it. She's got the ups for it. Big old honkin' buckle. And I'm just using the pencil tool, which I love. All this digital art I've been doing for you guys has really helped me be a lot more fearless and a lot faster when I know it doesn't really matter, if that makes sense. I don't want to add like a vanquished individual, but I don't quite know how to get the angle how I want it. The proportions are a little rough, so we'll see. As much of a fan as I am. Oh, that's the wrong. Get that out. Gotta remember, looking up. So remember, when you are looking up and you're dealing with a cylinder, you're going to see the bottom of the cylinder, right? So if we just did a little shade real quick, this is just reference stuff. Since pants are just pipes, which are just cylinders with a hole in the middle, keeping track of things like that will help. I'm going to have to zoom in on the hands, and I'm really going to dork that up and be frustrated by it. But these things happen. If anyone ever wanted to see the image of someone looking down on you and saying pathetic, there you go. I hope that brings you joy. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to do something here. I'm going to do these. Try to remember the shape. Very complex shape. There we go. That'll do. That's pretty close. We'll wait till that gets discovered. But I am looking forward to a guild-related review that's coming down the pipe in the near future, and I am going to be delighted by it. But let's see. Do that. And I need to erase this because this will just confuse me later. Alrighty, we're right back at it. There we go. We're getting there. I really like just flying through this one. And yeah, who wouldn't want combat back capris? It's hot. I do keep having the image of Ruby and Weiss high-fiving over combat skirts, but that's neither here nor there. Gotta get this. Like that. And I don't like the eyes because they're too drifty. That's okay. Inigo's chomping away. Okay, you take it easy, and you do what you need to do to maintain, Sarah. If there is something I need to check in the news when I run an ad, I will check it real quick. But, there we go. I'll work on that more later. Do that, do that, do that, do that. And we'll do that. Come back over here. I'm trying to get that vaguely piratical quasi-musketeer look going. But we are definitely going to integrate a gorget in there, because of course we're integrating a gorget. Why wouldn't you? And big honk, these need to become honker gloves. Oh, I'm working at such weird angles. Oh, the pain. I am suffering for my art, and it feels good. I admit I am not a big fan of backstrap swords because they feel a little too smooth in the hand, but they do look cool, so we'll let that fly. And we'll do this, and we'll come here, and we'll rumple up the sleeve. Because, again, it's too dang hot already to not be doing this right. Okay. Okay, let's get down to inking. Oh, you need to take a pop. Take a stretch. I itch. Okay. Pen. I'm on the wrong app. I was looking for my manga inking pen, but that's okay. That is way too big for what we're working with. Let's get some zoom in, and we'll start from here. Oh, it always looks grody when my quick sketches get zoomed in. It's like, it's Garbo. They must have saved. This is one of those pictures that is going to make someone somewhere find something out about themselves. Not entirely sure what, but I get that energy off of it. And I am absolutely okay with it. Mm. Okay, yeah, she can. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm okay with that. At first, I wasn't sure if I liked that jawline, but I kind of do, so we're sticking with that. We're doing it like this because she's looking down on you. Comes here. I'm getting a crick in my neck from tilting. Man, this is gonna go so hard on next Monday morning, though. Just an angry bunny girl looking down on you, and the whole pathetic. Yes, yes, Foxy, you get the spirit of it. Yes, I know StreamYard is doing this. I am meant to. I am not doing anything nefarious. I just have to be careful because the pen I am using is very much a pressure sensitive pen. So it lets me do some snazzy things, but I have to be aware of what I'm doing. Get the look I want. Oh God, this is giving me such a headache. Hey Nick, you know what? Wouldn't it be funny if you just remembered that you could rotate your pictures? Hey, wouldn't that be funny? Anyway. Oh. Anytime you hear me make the noise, that is entirely Commander Mark's fault. Yeah. Anyway, of the Secret City art program. I would not be the artist I am without him, and he was on PBS back in the day. They're supposed to actually be doing a biopic on him, and I'm kind of delighted because he's still actively doing stuff on YouTube, teaching kids how to cartoon. This is not bad. Not great, but not bad. I will accept not bad for now. Because I know I'm entirely too hard on myself. I'm at least aware of it. The glare that is being thought about being launched at me isn't necessary, I know. I'm not abusing myself for once. I can learn, sort of, occasionally. Usually when no one's looking. That here. And we're just banging it out. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta knock the picture out. And I may do a later landscape, but I gotta keep you guys on your toes, you know? Because if I don't, you think you know what I'm gonna do, and I get boring, and I can't be boring. If we ever enter a world where I am boring, things have become very, very problematic. Oh, you are preaching the word, the good word of red green. I'm a man, but I can change if I have to, I guess. Mondo, Quandi. I get off. Mondo, Quandi, Lunkus. Oh, I have to. I have slipped. Although I've been trying to remember that for years. Moritati. There it is. Mondo Quanti Fluncus Mortati. Which is not the right way to say it, but close enough. For when in doubt, play dead. The the motto of Possum Lodge. Go. Oh no, not a giant oversized buckle. I would never have a giant oversized buckle in my artwork. Never. The next thing you'll be saying is I'm thinking about having, Quando omni fluncus moritati. Thank you. Latin is a little challenging for me because verb order doesn't matter, and it makes my dyslexia either completely irrelevant or really, really problematic depending on how important a direct quote is. Yet another reason why I don't summon things. Actually, the occurrences where I'd summon something are so few. I mean, they're there. There are a couple. But at least, thanks to the Acer offering of Doom many years ago, the arrangement was made where, if Joe ever messes up, he won't, be sent to the nameless ones. He will be sent to specific named ones for his torment. But he knows better, so I don't have to worry about that. That was just me being a protective friend / swordmaster / free range over entitled Nick. At least I know what I'm about. Wow. Yep. I don't mind sharing my things, but if you break them, I get really mad when people break my toys. Anyway, ow. And this isn't quite a tall hopper shield from memory, but it is close enough to be a tall hopper buckler from memory. Which reminds me of yet another delayed project of mine. But that's neither here nor there. Okay. Whew. It would help if I actually breathed occasionally. I realized I forgot something. So I need to do this. Come over here for a bit. Okay. Get that art train going. Going around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Stuck here in Folsom Prison. I gotta be careful. See, the real reason I have to have music is I tend to sing badly a lot when I'm working on art projects. Like Oh, thesis. No. We do not go I arum I is as is over and over again in you know, places where we can be caught whilst lighting candles with bowls of grapes and other small things, tubs of honey, etc. No. Although it is on my project list if I can ever get my brain to renew its, you know, function to revisit my Latin studies. In part because I would very much like to have a Vulgate, you know, Latin to English Catholic Bible at some point in my life again, without it being for work. You know, I'm retired. That doesn't mean I'm going to get rid of my copy of Kolsch's Symbology. No, I don't. I really dislike it because it's lazy. Behave yourself, Lime. Thank you. This is a great program, and I do love it, and I have paid for it. So, you know, I will use the heck out of it. But my favorite one is still Infinite Painter, but it's only available on Android. I love Infinite Painter. But then again, I don't use all the resources that this program would let me use if I wanted to, much like Krita. I don't know if this is perfect, but I know somewhere, somehow, someone's boat will be floated, and I will accept that. Because sometimes that's what you have to do. That's Trey the day after the matriarchy takes over. Guys, y'all. To the matriarchy, I want to remind you, I am a stay-at-home husband who badly cleans, decently cooks, and does his best to raise my kid. I am not someone who deserves or requires further abasement. Thank you. I don't want to waste your time. Must be getting close to tea time. That's okay. Both literally and figuratively, I could go for some tea. Well, I'll have a beverage in a bit. We're going to hide the blue, and we're going to hide the sketches. We're going to see what we actually have going on. Alright. Going to bring this back. Oh, I know how I'm going to fix that. That's fine. There we go. Pull this back down. Pull this back down. Pull that back down. Pull that back down, close that, we're going to add a layer. It's going to go between these two. So we can grab this. We're going to grab a very light gray. And what I am doing is checking that everything is closed up on the major elements of this image. Which it's not over there for sure. And this will make a lot more sense when I bring back the background. So now we're almost set there. I need to come back here, get my pen back, go back to black, back in black. Okay. Oops, get rid of that little line. We don't need that little check mark. Okay. Real quick. Do that a little bit more like that. Oh. I'll come back here, grab that, go back to our fill. Now this is all technically a, this is a normal layer, which means that it's at 100% opacity. Oh, see, got a gap. Can I fix this one? Oh, nope. Yeah, you gotta come back here and close those up. This means, one second. Wrong color. There we go. Close up. Yeah, I gapped a little bit down there. Oh, you have to fix the shoes. There's our gap right here. Okay, that works. That looks pretty well closed up. I'll do the line weight variety thing later, but grab that. We'll come back here. Get all these little areas. And do this. And hopefully do that. Okay, now why did I do all that? That seems like a lot of unnecessary work. Well, if I hadn't done all that, when I brought this back, it wouldn't be where it needs to be. You see, and now I can see all the places I missed. I'll probably use a pen on that spot. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to use a pen there too. The fill is going to be a pain. That's okay. But now the character is standing out more. I'm probably going to actually have to erase that line, but we'll worry about that later. We're just getting it done, and I'm now at the point where it will be faster for me to come over here to my pen, switch to my multi-pen, and just kind of blast through this part. Whoop, I slipped the brush. There we go. One thing you do different with digital art versus traditional, I have found, and feel free to, however it works for you, is up to you. But oh nope, I actually need that part to stay blue. That doesn't. There we go. There we are. We're getting there. We'll fix that little nubbin while we're here. We'll scroll down. We'll get right here. do this. Is you want to do lots of short little strokes when you're using digital art, because that gives you more wiggle room with the undo button whenever you can. Okay, cool. So now she stands out without the textures of the sky getting in the way. Oh yeah, the blue looked like a good color. Oh, I'm sure of that too. Oh, I see some fluff. Okay, now there we go. Add blend mode, multiply, and now we do the flats. Yay! And again, if I run into something like this where it's just easier, cover a large area and then come back later. Actually, I do like that darker. Oh darn. Then I will do it that way. This is a lot of the principle of keep it simple, stupid, which is, of course, one of my favorite principles. Because I am stupid, and it is better if I keep things simple. Everybody's stupid sometimes. The trick is not to be stupid all the time. Bunny pink. Possibly. I had thought about doing her hair pink originally, but I'm not sure. Let's see, what are the colors? What do I want to do her skin tone? A little darker than usual. A little ruddier. Oh yeah, that's gonna work nice. That makes for the character pop just a bit. I want this color for this may be a multiple bunny day. I don't know. It depends on how things go. Boop. Yeah, I see some piping parts that could use some work, and I need a different color. I love this oxblood shade. I'm gonna have to come all over here. Do that. I don't want this or that. Oh, that looks good. Oh, I doubled up. Okay, so the pants filler. Yeah, we'll make a pants filler. There we are. That works better. And then I'll do this and this and that. I can go roughly here with this. Leave the shirt white. Grab the same flat round for the gloves. Keep the glove that you see there. Quasi gold for the buckle. Basically, all the hardware is going to get this. Do I want to? I'm still working on it. Piping. Piping needs a color. That piping needs a color. I am aware of this. Oh, horizon to color, but I think I can go like the crazy pink. Yeah, that makes her look like she's probably going to kill you for your influence. That's a good character right there. That's what you call quality character design. No, I don't want her teeth bloodstained. No. We just need a smaller. There we go. I almost like the white. I'm not going to use it though. Green? Let's see how the green looks. Yeah, we'll go forest green. That fits. It's just a grass green. Oh, I am feeling it today, folks. Pouring my energy out. Yeah, let's just keep it all nice and consistent. Let me grab that real quick so I can get pink, pink, and pink, and pink. I got you, man. Oh, I love Oxford. Oxblood is one of my favorite colors. In fashion, anyway. And yes, I do, for these videos, I do tend to stick very much towards the pre-generated. I do only have a limited amount of time when I do these videos. And, nope, I'm on the wrong layer. Here? Did I miss the spot? Alrighty. So that when I come here, I can add gray here. And a lighter tan here. There's a little bit of a repair I have to do. Doobie-doobie-doo. Alrighty, now. Let's pick. Yeah, let's see. That works. Got a rocking Dutch angle. I dig that. So we'll add one more layer. Blend mode multiply. Wide millipen at 20 and light gray at about 15%. Hi, Matthew. Capris are awesome. This. Definitely do some of this action. One thing I like is a lot of my art is all for that here. I should go here, fix this real quick. A lot of my art is different proportions. I think too many people do the same proportion all the time. I find myself thinking of Bruce Timm's work. I love Bruce Timm as a cartoonist, as an artist. He was very influential at certain periods. But I thought it was weird that the average secretary down the street looked basically like Wonder Woman. And that there wasn't a lot of physical difference between Supes and most of the people around him. It's very cool. And hi, Matthew. Now, this is coming pretty well. I want my people, when I draw them, to have different body types and different ethnicities and different vibes. It just makes for a much more interesting sense of world building, even if it's only in my artwork. Don't know how you guys feel about it, but that's how I feel. That's not bad. So if we snap this back to here, we just need one more layer. Add some white, probably. Want to add white? I don't know. White can get tricky. I usually like to add a tint to it. But we'll see. I'll work this in. Some light effects in here. I know a lot of folks are worried about getting critiqued about their art. The only thing that can come from a critique about your art is either you're going to learn new technique, which is always good, or somebody's going to babble at you. If they're babbling at you, why would you care what they say? Only accept critique from people you would go to for advice. Okay? Everybody else can shove right off. They're welcome to their opinions, but you don't have to care about them. Not bad. Kind of like the effect. I like that. Okay, I'm going to call that one a pretty good one. I think I will sign off on it. Let's get out here. Whoops, that's not where that goes. That is though. And we will file save as magic. And to the, well, what about a bunny oracle? Well, she prophesized you'd be on the ground. Bye, Mags. All the love. Be safe. And you are successfully on the ground. So, if that works, that works. I can do something more traditional oracle later. But I actually really like that one. I kind of regret not getting to do more line weight with it, but still, it's a fun image. Gotcha. Okay, there we go. And then we come here. And we go here. And we are going to Nevermind the Furthermore real quick. Mind the Furthermore. And of course, I selected red. I put it in red. It bumped to gray. This. Let me check something. I don't know. Play with the thought. I'll play with that later. I do think I need to make this a bit bigger, though. I like that. That's fun. Let me look at what next week's first day is. The 7th? Wait, no. That's not right. The 7th. The 5th. Okay, so it will be 5/5. Gotcha. So this becomes new. No, cancel. This becomes export single layer JPEG, and it goes NTF 525. Ooh, that might be an auspicious day. We'll throw that up there, and yay! Okay, cool. We got the first picture done. It took me a while because I didn't just do a bang out quickie, but I think it came out pretty well. So we're going to say new one of these. We're going to close that. We will save it because I can always hide the Nevermind the Furthermore if I have to. I will add my time lapse so I don't forget, and then I will come down here, stop the music, and run an ad. Who needs an ad? Oh, the Sisters of the Hook need it. Here. Yes. Well, move, sir. Alrighty then. Let's see. What do we have here? Very nice looking bunny girl. Thank you. Now, in a moment, I'll probably have a little bit of crashing on this, but what do we got going on? Hi, sir. Sir. Okay. Here we go. Come on. You can't live on me and let them not see you. Hi, Stewart. Yes, I know it's Wednesday. Right there. Okay. It's Wednesday, sir. It's Wednesday. I have to do my long stream. Sir, yes, I know I'm usually done by now. I know I'm usually done by now. Yes, I love you, but I have to work. I have, sir. Stuart, right? Sir, sir, sir. Are we, sir? Alrighty, let's figure out what we're drawing next around the cat, so to speak. Okay. Because I don't think he's giving me a break. And they're saying hi to you, Stuart. Alrighty. What I did not pull any punches this morning. So let's see, what else are we in the mood to draw, paint, or otherwise create? A round cat? A round cat? Oh no, I don't want. I got it. Oh, I got the time lapse because I set that up beforehand. Yep. But okay. Oh, that's not the right color. Okay, let's see. Let's try. Let's go about this a different way. And hi, Matthew. It's been a while. I know. I gotta get my music back on. Hold on. I need bigger, bigger, bigger. Da, da, da. Well, don't give me that. Yes. Well, you asked to be held. You are now being held. Here we go. Okay. Let's see if I can't do it this way. Sometimes I get bored and I like to do things in odd orders. It'll make sense when I get there. You really need to add a hold on. Boink, go there. Make my life a little easier. Fill that color. Prefer only. Boom. Okay, cool. That's much closer to the coloration of projects in my youth. Let's go. That way I can go here and just shrink this down here. Oh, I can just whip this out like this. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna just break out the spray paint and get the jam going. Pull over here. Oh. I guess it's lightening up in the middle. Just needs a bigger brush. Use that like that. Ease a little right. You're not gonna let me ease, are you? Nope. Only darkness. Well, that's fine. We can work with that too. So challenging. So schnickety. Let's do that. I'll do that. Get the brush going. Trust me, there's going to be a round cat. And we'll pull this back down to here. Like, no beans. There will be no beans for you guys, though. This is very airbrushy, very paint. Did Van Gogh? Everyone has. Uh, if you have a cat, you have cat problems. If you're an artist, you probably have cat problems. I just need to know roughly. Well, sir, we'll see if we can get this to work. It might not. I don't know. We'll just have to try. That's why the undo button exists. But no, that is too dark. Every time I try to throw there, it doesn't work. So we will simply lighten it up a bit. Maybe? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. That's what's going on. That's why it's doing that. Okay. Let's come over here and do it. Get some white going. Ow. Here. Like I said, I've been working on different techniques, and I'm trying to see what I can pull off. What you doing? I'll get there. Rest assured. Rest assured, my good cat. Can I look at your face? That's what I needed. That's what I needed. Need a white brush. Here, because I got distracted. That's okay. Now we can tighten this up. No, get real types of things. I'm just gonna over here. Hi. Just gonna do some lining. I goofed up because I did this on multiple layers, and that's okay. Can I get white to actually white right now? Yeah, I can. Cool. Now. Anyway, we're getting things out. It is storming where you live? Oh, I'm sorry. My cats are very strange. Well, two of them are very, very friendly, and two of them are very, very not friendly. Well, okay, Snicky's friendly. He's just kind of dumb. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a he had some brain damage, and he's much better than he was, but he is a kind of special needs cat. And they've all had traumas, so they all need a little extra patience. And fortunately, I'm fairly good at that. Let's see, if I go here. And then we'll go here. I have no idea what I'm doing with this art style, by the way. I just felt the need to do something different. And today seems to be a day of odd angles, so odd angle fluffy cats happen. I don't think anybody's going to be mad about it. But It is a drizzly lazy day. It is a drizzly lazy day, isn't it? There we go. Not that I'm complaining. Round cat. Oh, where are we going? Where are we going? I know this is very childlike. And guess what? That's okay. You can do childlike things. I mean, how dare I explore a different style and see is it fun? Hmm? I know you deserve a more realistic version. I might work on that another time. Yeah, it does kind of have that vibe, doesn't it? I like that. The cat's looking up at us through a glass top table. Okay, let's do that. I like that. The cat is looking at us through a glass top table. That means I need a just do. Actually, I don't want to do this in soft. I want this in a much harder pen to show that cat is on the other side of something. So marker. So now we're just gonna go. And we're gonna just make my life easy. And then we'll just come over here, black. Go. Hi. Been a lot of playing with perspective today, and frankly, I'm okay with that. Do this. Oh, that pen. Where you going, cat? There you go. Yeah. Now we're going to add airbrush. Airbrush, please. Thank you. Much larger, so I can be like. Ah. Might just call this under the table. I need to put something on that plate for it to make sense, though. Hmm. No, because it's gray, so it needs to. Well, there we go. We'll do this. And since we're still playing with this, let's just keep playing with it. Let's challenge myself. If I can. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Garbo. Garbo, garbo, garbo. Dislike. No, I don't want to view. I want to continue to get rid of. Be gone. There we are. Okay, we'll try it like this. Wow. That wasn't what I was looking to do, but sure looked cool. Anyway, do that. And what we'll do is okay, down you go. We'll do this. And then we'll do a little bit of this right here. We'll come over here with the airbrush. And get a real size airbrush. Do this just like this. chunk. We'll run some color of running spray of another shade, not quite so big. So, and then we'll go a blur of kind of yellow like this. And then we'll just go to a much brighter some butter on there. Apparently you're having breakfast. There you go. Ooh, fish tacos. Ooh, I would love some fish tacos. But yeah, I am definitely playing today with angles and proportions. And it's a silly round cat, and we like the silly round cat. It is outside of my usual bailiwick, but I kind of like that. So if I go, well, give it that sort of that glassy look. Oh, we'll see. Do I like this? Yeah, I kind of like it because it looks. There's some real life to this. I don't like the this though. I don't like this line. So we're gonna just do that like that. I might just sharpen a little bit so it looks more smudgy on one side. Yeah, there we go. That gives it that. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. That's a very good, cute picture. You wanted a round cat. I like the energy of the round cat, through the glass. Got some good ideas. I like this one. It came fast. And sometimes fast is nice. Alrighty. There we go. And I know this one hit remarkably quick and silly, but we like a little bit of quick and silly once in a while. It's kind of fun. File, save as. I have no idea what round cat. Oh, there's no brain cell. This guy's nowhere near the brain cell. I can tell you that. And let's see. But that was a fun one. Speaking of brain cells, did he leave? Oh, I think he actually moseyed. Hmm. Oh, 1 second. What program is this, and can I find it online? Okay, this is the version 1.0 of Clip Studio. I want to say Pro. Um, it's a very good, very powerful suite, but it was expensive, and they switched to a pay by the month version, and Clip Studio's amazing, but you can do just about everything I do on Clip Studio on Krita, and that's free. Somewhere I have a referral code, but I made the mistake of getting the EX instead of the Pro. If you get the Pro, you can download it as an app on your cell phone too. But I can't, backwards because this is the old version. And at some point they'll stop updating stuff for it. But as long as they let me use it, I will use it. My favorite art programs to use on the computer, besides Sketchbook, which is great for everybody because you can go from cell to PC, is this, Krita, and now where did Paint.net go now? It should be around here somewhere. Oh, did they take? They like to take my thing down for Paint.net, but Paint.net is the other one I really like for getting people started because it is basically paint with layers, but it doesn't have the AI garbage. I'm glad you guys like this. Okay. Oh, wait. I have stuff to do. Export. JPEG. And MTF 5725. So that will be, ironically, the Wednesday program. And I have one more. And I'm not doing too bad for time today. I'm okay. The last one took far longer than it should have because I was experimenting, and I don't usually experiment too hard. Oh, I goofed that up. Shoot, I forgot. So we're going to come here. We're going to go, I forgot to, Nevermind the Furthermore of this. Let's see, what color is it going to give me? Not the right color. And then we will export. Oh, I have to go here. Ew. I have to make this larger so it's legible. There we go. Come here. There we go. Layer. JPEG. MTF 5725. And we do that. We do yes. We go yes. We say okay. Now I can close this. It's going to bark at me. I will save it anyway. And we have one more that I have to do. Okay, you guys have fun. Anytime. Anytime. Let's see now. Because one thing I do a lot of is I try to use traditional techniques on digital means. So, like right now, hold on. Let me set this up a bit. Oh wait, yeah, time lapse. Boom. Let's say we'll fill this with a dark. I want wiggle room, so dark gray. Fine. Then we're going to come through, and we're going to what kind of brush do I want to use? Texture? Do I want the texture pen? Let's see how the texture pen works for this. Now this is perfect. We're just going to add a bunch of cracks. I just have to make sure that they are kind of wibbly. So give me a second. Oh, that's too vertical. Can't do that. That's too vertical. There we go. I don't mind continuity. I just don't want straight verticality or too close to. Oh, nope, can't have a loop either. There are all these little rules I don't realize are there when I'm doing different projects. But we'll do this. Yeah, we'll just keep going with it. I can fix this in a second. There we go. Right. Now, I don't have an airbrush. I would love to have an airbrush. It is on my ultimate art wish list. But let's just. I made these a little too crackly. That's fine. Mark Kistler won't be mad at me. Bob Ross won't be mad at me. So what would I worry about anyone who is? Okay, we'll do a little bit of this too, just like that. Okay, so we have all these really neat kind of scraggly lines here. And if I were doing this, and I'm going to do this with lots of layers because I just accidentally made a layer that doesn't need to be there. Deleted. Okay, normal layer. We're groovy. The grays. I'm going to airbrush in white. Airbrushing. I need a large brush. Okay, so I would do this. I just airbrush in the white on all these happy little cracks. And I know I'm spilling over. I'm doing that on purpose. And the white is to give the base for the other colors. Let's see if I can do this right. This is me actually checking up if I've been paying attention to my lessons. Because if you want to get better, and yet GIMP is a great program, but I don't like how it is separate of the all the little areas, the toolbars and stuff are all floating. But we're going to go here. We're going to hit this. Now, could I do this, what I'm doing much easier and simpler using more standard digital techniques? Yes, but that would defeat a lot of the purpose of using digital to practice traditional techniques. And, I have to reach back into where my old school bailiwick is, which in this case, what I am doing is being taken from painting miniatures. So we have this. Then we're going to come over here and grab a lighter one. Let's just jump to a yellow. Let's jump to a yellow. See? We're starting to get that nice kind of lava-based feel. Now, again, I would be doing this on a lot more lines, a lot finer, and a lot slower if I were doing this for a project. But right now, I'm just doing this as sort of a test. But the tools you'll find I use are the tools you find in basically any of the apps. So let's add another layer. Now we're going to do some shady stuff. Well, no, I don't want multiply. I still want normal. I just want this as another layer so I can play with the opacity. Now I'm going to light. That's a little too much glow. But I'm going to zoom it around just a little bit farther into the black, which I could have made darker. That's okay. Just starting to get the glow effect. Now, had I done this on black, it would stand out more, but I wanted it to be easier to keep track of the layers. Because I can come down here, I can add a layer, I can go blend mode, multiply, and I can pull this whole thing and make it pop like that. Which shows that I've completely neglected over here. But yeah, this gives a mix of lightning or lava cracking. It's basically the same visual effect, but instead of using a whole lot of layers like I normally would, and I've had to use some layers to make it work, but you can see how this would transfer if you had an airbrush to a three-dimensional thing like a miniature space. I can just come in here and doctor what I want. Now, because it's me and how I like to do things, I'm going to go blend mode, multiply on top. I'm going to go just about black, fill, refer only to editing layer. Now I'm going to come back here with the soft, and I can either use white, which will basically function as transparent or transparent. So I'm going to go transparent with it. And I'm just going to start revealing it again. And that's way too sharp a brush. That's okay. There we go. Because now we're starting to get that nice nuanced look. And just soften that on the edges a bit. And like I said, you can use this kind of thing for lightning. It's very similar to the method you'd use for, say, a rocket ship's engine output or like phaser beams. One thing you got to remember though is if you are doing something like this, it never stops at the edge. So it has to continue on, or the mind doesn't want to believe the lie. And remember, we're always lying when we're being artists in this front. We are using cunning lies to tell important truths. But now I've got this structure built. And I can make the layers more delicate by stacking them, but it gives the basic idea. Now, we want to come out to where it stops. Yeah, see? See, there's that point where it blurs from the yellow to the white, and that tells you that the light has reached kind of as far as it needs to go. If you don't want to go much farther than that. But this is again zoomed way in to highlight an area. And it would be more complex and narrower. I just wanted to show the idea of the technique. Now, like I said, the other thing I'm very prone to doing when I'm doing something like this is, let's see, now I'm getting all perfection-y and I need to come back in here and do different things, but I think digital and traditional art, when you're dealing with something like this especially, should be treated as related. It really should inform each other. And I find the more digital art I do, the better my traditional art comes out because I come up with new ways. The more traditional art I do, the better my digital art comes out. And it's all about playing the game. So something like this right now is very, like, this isn't even a piece. This is a proof of concept. But it also means I can come right back here and I can revisit what I did and make it pop more maybe to the eye. And that's what art time with Nick was all about, was, finding these little things. And I need to do more of this style of program where I'm just sitting here in my play, hydrated, moisturized, comfortable in my lane. Because this would be, for me, this kind of detail is what I would find on anywhere from an inch to 3 or 4 inches in diameter of a base of a miniature bit. But zoomed in, it looks a little funny. I'm just going to add some more just cracks that don't necessarily mean anything. This area down in the right corner, you could tell my isometric feeling is starting to manifest. So what I can do is, let's grab my airbrush. Let's add some isometrics to this. Not a lot, just a little bit. Get my old game design vibes going. Start making the side of it more visible. See? Now we're getting somewhere. Now this is starting to get a sense of depth. Now again, if I were doing this as I intended this would literally be gouged into whatever material I was using. And that's one thing you have when you're working with painting a miniature that you absolutely do not have when you're working two-dimensional. If you know how to work the paint and you know how the etching, the gouges, the marks on a miniature work, it will take the paint and it will help you. A good miniature will absolutely help you because the paint will move where it wants to. And where it wants to will feel bright. But I don't have ridges really that I can just pop and let it really fill that way. I really need to set up a camera and show you on something prepared. But that's not what we're here for today. So that's not what we're doing today. Let's come back to this nice pen. Let's go a little smaller and let's just codify this just a bit. Just a bit. See what happens. Because now this is going from a, hey, what is that, to you start to get, let's go a little darker actually. There we go. A sense that this is no longer just a lightning effect. or whatever. This is a three-dimensional. It's a map. It's a view. And that's another neat thing that needs to be discussed is you don't always have to go in the order you think. That because that's so dark, I have to go real dark to get that to work. That's okay. I don't mind going dark. We add some mostly vertical lines to imply the shaping. And suddenly we're starting to get something kind of cool. And it was cool from the get go, but it was conceptually cool, not tangibly cool. It wasn't what you were looking for. It's funny. I swear it takes me almost a couple hours of doing the stream and talking and getting whatever's on my mind out before I can really fall into teacher Nick. I do wish I could have taken the courses to become an art teacher. It was something I wanted to do. But I can't really say that too much because, I don't like to change the road, like the butterfly effect. I don't want to necessarily do anything that would change or affect the road that has put me where I am. As bad as some of that is, as horrific as some of that is, the only way to really arrive where I am is to have done what I did. Maybe I need to come here and do a little bit of this. Yep, there it is. There you are. You are hiding. That's okay. Just settle a little vibe. And see, now it feels, you feel the depth. And the more details I add to something like this, the more a story can be told. Because right now, oops, wrong color. Cool, but wrong color. Oh, wrong layer too. I'm not too worried about it though for this. Just do a bit of this. Get that lava flow vibe kind of peeking out. I can make this picture. Looks like you better not feel it. Looks dangerous. Oh, thank you. And now we start to add something that makes it suddenly interesting. Because what I need to do now is add something to imply scale. Because up until this point, right here, this could have been, a galactic tear in reality to a little scratch. But as soon as I add this incredibly sketchy feeling graded uh, bridge, now the story starts to say, wait a second. What's going on? Now there's a bridge. Why is there a bridge? Why is it right there? That's what I love. I love exploring what a picture will secretly represent. What is it telling me that I didn't know? And when I find things I didn't know about a picture, then I get to do something with it. I get to decide if it's something I want to know more about, or is it something I want to know less about? Right back here. Back here. I'm going to just do this. Oh, there's a structure back here. I didn't know there was a structure back here, but there is. And now we know that there's a structure back here. That needs more work, and that's fine, because I'm going back and forth between my systems, and I'm going to make mistakes. But I'm giving myself a place to make the mistakes, a place to say, hey. And now we're starting to get not answers, but we're getting information that adds more mysteries. Like, what the heck is that? And what are we going to do about it? Do we do anything about it? Well, one of the greatest gifts humanity has is the simple awe and wonder at the question, what's in the box? The simple wonder, the childlike glee at the question, what's in the box? And if this tells you anything, if this gives you anything, well then, you've got something to work with. And what's nice is, since I'm playing, none of my lines need to be exact. This is not an important picture. This is not I will not be graded on this picture. This is hey. You know what? Here, let's undo this. I have a better layer for this because I have the layer tools. Might as well use them. Add a layer, blend mode. And again, I have a few layers that I really like, a few systems that really help. They help me, but I don't use the vast majority of what this thing is capable of. And that's, a mix of a great joy for me and a great tragedy, because I'm never quite sure what it is I have found. But now it feels like, hi, Dusty. It feels like, hi, Dusty. Yeah, no, like there's context. And the context is Dusty's like, it's almost, yes, I know. I know it's almost tuna time. I know I will need to eat soon. I know everybody has to see your asterisks, but see, here. I know if I don't let you get zoomed in on my cat, you guys won't count it. Hi. Hi. Oh, yes, I love you. I love you. You are a beautiful cat. This is my cat who's better than a dog in that he follows me everywhere. He sleeps at my feet. He protects me from things. He and Stuart are my guard cats. And I love him dearly, as you can see. Yes, your brother made an appearance. Now, the only problem is the weight difference between Stuart, who's not a tiny cat, and Dusty is significant enough. It does take both hands to kind of hold on to Dusty. Oh, yeah. I love you. What are you doing? What are we doing? You want watch it? Okay. You tell me I need to take a break. I'm not stressed. I'm taking it easy. Okay? I'm taking it easy. I'm not overdoing it. Okay, yep, you heard a noise. You go find out what's going on. Go find out what that noise was. Go find out what that noise was. Wait, Yeah, hi. But hold on. Let's bring up the art again. I guess this is going to be uh, the Friday piece. A little bit of random art world building. Let's look. You know what? I do want to do that. I want to come back to this light layer, and yeah, we'll use the purple. Maybe this is like the protected path, but it's missing the bridge is out. See, now we're getting a whole story. Why is the bridge out? Did somebody take it out? Now you have a conflict. Don't be afraid to let your arts cross the streams a bit. I get whole story ideas from sketches. I get sketches from story art. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's just a fancy geothermal plant. And the DM in me, the GM, the guy who runs games, aside from being a poofy haired blessed lunatic over here, uh, these are where the stories live. The fuzzy place where your mind is asking these questions are where the stories live. And from there, you get to find things out. Like I've decided, as I've sat here, that there is something wrong. This is good. This is a good base. But what I think this really needs, what this really, really needs, oh, that's the wrong layer. It needs me to be on the right layer. Hold on. Let's do this. No, let's still multiply layer. Oh, here. It needs lava sharks. It needs giant lava sharks. Maybe, maybe it needs let's see, where shall we put it? We have a lava shark over there. Maybe a lava sea serpent. And maybe this is jumping the shark. Maybe this is too much. I don't know. But it amuses me. You don't want to fall in lava anyway, but if you do, lava shark. Yeah, see, obviously there are giant. See, Tosh understands. Giant lava sharks, of course. Exactly. When we get past the technique, then we get to play. And part of playing for me is going to include some giant lava sharks. We'll just add some glow to it. Just a bit of glow there. A little bit of glow there. A little bit of glow there. Ooh, I bet the ripples would look good if they had glow. Oh, they do. Now, maybe there's a conflict between the lava sharks and lava serpent. I don't know. But now you wonder. Now this whole place has gone from a random glowing crack that demonstrated a technique to who knows, really. It's just kind of suddenly and violently it changes. Let's see. Let's add. I want another color going up here. Yeah, there we go. That green's going to look good with that purple. It's going to pop a bit. Yeah, let's do that. On the underside, yeah. And I mean, this is a very simple shape. I didn't even clean it up because it doesn't matter. Right now, it's this story's purpose is to go, what is going on? And you know what we're going to do? We're going to add some stuff. We're just going to add, uh-oh, uh-oh. Is there an industrial spill? What's going on? Oh, see now again, we're starting to get story elements from just doodles. Oh, yeah, congrats on the new computer thesis. Yeah, let's make this spill a problem, you know? Geez, even Hades isn't what it used to be. I'm really having fun with this. See, now we have a full story. Oh, a new program. Cool. But and it was all born out of simply looking at a technique on a video about miniatures and then applying it digitally. And from there, like I could write a D&D adventure based on exactly what's on the screen. I could write a short story, maybe even a novel, based on the shenanigans going on this screen. That's powerful, folks. That is mighty. Over here, let's play with adding a bit more glow. This might be overdoing it. We will find out momentarily. It does give it a little bit more. That makes this a lot easier to see. I'm deliberately not cleaning it out right because I want it to be uh, uh, still very dark and dingy. But this is really good for doing this. It gets that sense of get some steam maybe. Ooh, good smoky effect. Well, we like that. We like a good smoky effect. So it's only going to be on the top. But now we're getting this really. I like how that's looking. And I can come. Do I want to risk over here? I can come over here if I'm careful. I can add different type of smoky effect. Yeah. This will brighten up the purple path. And that's all it is. You just play. Undo buttons exist. A black and scarlet's that's not far. That would this this looks like it could be related to the bottom of Crimson and Black's office in the old partner's room. too bright? That's too bright. That is way too bright. Oh no, I made a mistake. But I think we're actually pretty good here. So I'm going to sign off on this one and put this to work. How delightful is it? I got this image basically solely from light conversation with Kat Rothermel. I'm going to do. Oh, I am definitely on the wrong layer doing this, aren't I? Yep, I am. I'm on the wrong layer doing this. Let's find a layer where this will be a little spicier. There we go. Now, we will file save as Hexscape, lava painting test. I like that. Boom. I really need to do a massive upload. Oh, you're fine. You are fine with the Scarlet thing, because I can just see her going full Scarlett O'Hara on someone, so it's okay. You're gonna have to look at the book and tell me how far you've gotten. Okay, sorry. We did that. Means we're gonna export the ping. We had some good pictures so far. And we are going to export the time lapse, because this is a fun one. Yeah, sometimes you have to just turn it off and escape whatever you're bogged down by. So we'll do that. And yes, I know I am incredibly behind in my uploads and things. I'm just going to have to make, what I'm going to have to do is make a secret art folder and let people go through on it. Gosh. I love having my long hair again, but I do recall just how quickly it gets hot. The only thing saving me is it's like 64 outside, so it's not bad in here. There we go. I'm not expecting deliveries, but that almost sounds like the delivery truck. Okay, that's done, that's done. That's done. Oh, I know what I need to do. Nevermind the Furthermore. And once again, it did the color reset thing. So we're going to go whoop. Set that to red. Will that fit nice in the corner? Oh, it does. Well, golly gee. That just works. And then we will export single layer JPEG. NTF 5925. Yep, 5925. And we will save. So that means I have the pictures for next week all done. A nice laid back, chill. What are we at? 240 almost live stream. So we're not doing bad. Not bad. Can't complain. Need to hydrate. Would have turned down a cookie at this point, but you know, it's me. Pinky wiggles. I understand. If If you have to truck for your own health and safety, I get that too. Now, let's see. I think I'm going to run a commercial or two, and then we'll see where we are. Let's see. Ran that. Let me run a good commercial. What's one I haven't run in a while? Here we go.
Hey there, everyone. This is Donna Carlene. Want some romance mixed in with a dead body or more? Did you enjoy my Hunter's Ridge series? Set in a small town in Alabama, it's the story of Northern Rider computer tech Carly Simone and the love of her life, Captain B.J. Martin of the Hunter's Ridge PD. But life in a small town is not all roses and beer, as Carly's expertise in true-life crime telling makes her the Hunter's Ridge murder expert. And then there's nowhere to go dancing except the Dixie with its country music. But Rocker Carly can adjust, can't she?
Hi, I'm Auntie Foxy, and I'm a crafting addict. I make custom jewelry from recycled materials, and Foxy has wares if you have coin. You can find me at indiecity.org/about-auntie-foxy. I hope to see you there.
And I want to get this out so I don't forget.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Yeah, folks, I'm all about letting you guys art, and I hope you've had fun today with me arting and drawing shenanigans. But it is nearly 1 o'clock, and I need to have lunch. My son needs to have lunch. We have some things we probably should be getting on. I do have some new. I have a new Nerf, Nick Knows Nerf that should be releasing at 6 o'clock on Thursday. I should have part 2 releasing, and I don't know if I'm going to have that release sooner, so I can do part 3. So it might be a next Tuesday thing. We'll see. And then I have to film part 3 of me modding a blaster. I'm really excited at how it worked, how it came out, the adventures, the misadventures. That was really cool. I had a lot of fun doing that. I had a lot of fun doing this stream. I do hope it was educational as well as entertaining to you guys, and at least got you to let your minds be a little looser. I know current events are strenuous, and they're going to be. But that doesn't mean you need to suffer. It's one of those where we're all going to feel pain in many ways, but we don't have to suffer it nearly as much as we may accidentally voluntarily do. I was up very late talking, amongst other things, to a young lady who was having some trouble with the scariness. And if you're having trouble with the scariness and stress in your life, please remember 988 is still funded. It still works. You can find stress and support help right there. Reach out to friends, family, and medical professionals. You wouldn't hesitate to go to the emergency room if you were, you know, stabbed or wounded and bleeding out, worried it might kill you. Don't let your own thoughts put you in that kind of place and not deal with them. Okay? Uh, find joy. And I know a whole lot of people feel small right now. A lot of us feel like there's so much going on and we just don't have the power, the money, the power, the influence to make a major change. And that's the trick. Alone, we don't. But I believe everybody is like a candle. Everybody kicks out a certain amount of light. And the funny thing about even the dimmest light, it can seem radiant in the darkest times. And we are in dark times. So it's important to let your light shine wherever you can. As long as we act with love in our heart, mercy on our mind, and kindness in our words and actions, we can make the world a better place, even if it's 1 square foot at a time. We can make things better. Because I believe in you guys. I really do. And have a nice day, Tash. Just all that in a bag of chips. I'm very glad. Oh, Canada made a line for LGBT people that Trump dropped all the people. Just putting that there for anyone who needs it. Yeah, folks. Right now, there are a lot of people who may be using the name of my boss to try to justify evil. That's not what he was about. That's not what we should be about. And no matter how you feel about his bona fides, about who he was and is, the ideas he actually expounded on in the book, if you read, are good ideas. Caring for the poor, caring for the sick, caring for the disenfranchised, feeding the hungry, giving water to the thirsty, clothes to the naked, ministering to the suffering. Not preaching at, not browbeating, ministering to. As things unravel, or, as the future reveals itself, good and bad, I have encouraged you guys to be careful. I've encouraged you to make good decisions. I'm going to encourage you, again, to pay attention as much as your mind and heart can tolerate. Don't get sucked into the 24-hour news grind. That'll just consume you. But pay attention, be aware. And from your position, do what good you can. Even if it's just smiling to somebody who drives by. Even if it's just tending to your flower garden or planting a veggie plot or being kind to the cats that the feline distribution system made possible, you know? That matters. I'm with Gandalf on this one. I truly do not believe that the majority of what holds back the forces of darkness are the great heroic deeds. There are times for that, and they are awe inspiring. But what stops evil from winning? What holds back the darkness? What makes the dawn possible in many ways are the small, simple gestures of goodness, kindness, and love. And each and every one of you can do that. Each and every one of you has the capacity to bring about a little light in someone's life, even if it's just your own. So please don't let the despair corrupt, control, and consume you. I do not believe that humanity was made for suffering. I do not believe that humanity was intended for misery. I believe that life should not be, a vale of tears and then you die. I believe that hope and faith and love are not just nouns, but in many ways they're verbs. That goodness matters even when it's unpopular, unprofitable, or dangerous to hold to. It's why I always end my shows with, the same line that I'm about to drop. Because it's important that you keep drawing, that you keep writing and keep creating. It's important that you realize anything you create can be edited, fixed, or improved on. Because it can. And it's important that you remember that you are loved, that I love you, and that you should too. And that I'll be back Friday for another episode of Nevermind the Furthermore, where I chat. I may just start drawing on more of my streams. I don't know. I like doing it. What do you think, Dusty? Should I draw on more of my streams? You don't care as long as I keep scritching. Big old silly cat. But guys, it will get better. We just have to work toward the dawn. So I will see you very soon. Because I think Dusty is done being patient with me, aren't you? And Xander's done being patient with me. And you know what? I'm done being patient with me. So, toodles all. Thanks, Cat.